Cheese.
Cheese. Hey, buddy, let me. You poor kiddo. You feeling okay?
Yes.
Our car's gonna be at the shop for a few days still. Come here.
We're not tired.
Am I what?
When they're tired, they're not tired.
Or who not tired?
No, the workers.
Well, yeah, they went to bed last night.
Yeah.
What a fun couple days it's been. So yesterday my van broke down while picking up my daughter from school. And then in the afternoon, after I finally got back to work, my son spiked a high fever. So now today, I have taken the day off so my wife can still go do her work training this afternoon, and then I can take our son to the doctor. Son is down for a nap. We have a doctor's appointment in about 2 hours. He's starting to feel better, so we got some Motrin in him. And my daughter's now home from school, and she has lunch, and now she's playing with toys. A few weeks ago, a friend of mine from college texted me out of the blue saying, I miss Sandwich Time with Jesus. Sandwich Time with Jesus was a blog I did like 12 years ago. And it started because during my lunch break and my first big boy job outside of college, I would eat lunch and read my Bible. And then I started journaling about what I was reading, and then I started blogging, and since I did this while eating a sandwich, I just called it Sandwich Time with Jesus. Ever since he texted me that a few weeks ago, and I know I've been wanting to start this vlog, I knew I should make that a reoccurring segment. Setting up the shot, my dog ate the top of my sandwich. At least he didn't eat the actual sandwich part. This past year, I've been doing one of the Read the Bible Through a Year plans, and it's the middle of October, and I have read up to February 23rd. I'm a little behind. I've just hit the book of Numbers. But a few weeks ago, I was reading Exodus. First half of Exodus, real exciting stuff. You have Moses in the basket in the Nile, you have the burning bush, the plagues, parting of the Red Sea. It's my daughter. Good stuff. And then you get into the law and the tabernacle and the material over and over again. And I found it to be a slog. I was about ready to give up and just move on to a different book and to skip ahead. But I felt God telling me, don't. And so I kept going. So I ended up reading this in Exodus chapter 30. The sacrificial system's in place, the tabernacle set up, and God's getting ready to take a census of Israel. And this is an instruction he gives Moses. In verse 13 of chapter 30 of Exodus, each one who is numbered in the census shall give this, half a shekel, according to the shekel of the sanctuary. The shekel is 20 gerahs. None of this really means anything to me. It's still Greek, even though this is written in Hebrew. Half a shekel is an offering to the Lord. Everyone who's numbered in the census from 20 years old and upward shall give the Lord's offering. The rich shall not give more, and the poor shall not give less. Why does that stand out to me? Why is that so interesting? Well, one, we know that the price for salvation and for atonement is the same for everybody. And what God is saying here is that all are equal underneath of him, and the price to pay to be atoned is the same for everybody. And this is under the old covenant. We as Christians now live under the new covenant of Christ, of Jesus. So we don't have to pay the half shekel. We don't have to go through the sacrificial system. Instead, our atonement is paid through Christ, and the price is the same, and it's a free gift to any who wish to receive it. We see in Galatians 3:25 that, but now that faith has come, we are no longer under a guardian, for in Christ Jesus you are all sons of God through faith. For as many of you were baptized into Christ have put on Christ. There is neither Jew nor Greek, there is neither slave nor free, there is no male and female, for you are all one in Christ Jesus. And if you are Christ, then you are Abraham's offspring, heirs according to the promise. So all are equal. The price for following God is the same for all of us. But I believe there's another side of the coin to what's happening here in Exodus. There in verse 15 of chapter 30, the rich shall not give more, the poor shall not give less. I think there's two meanings to this. One, you're all equal. The price is the same. But when you single out wealth versus poverty, rich versus poor, saying the poor don't give less, the wealthy don't give more, means even though the price is the same, the cost is different for each. For the sake of understanding, let's just say the shekel, the half shekel, is $1. And let's say I only have $5. Paying that half shekel out of my $5 is 20% of what I have. Shh, Reagan. That's a lot of money. But let's say I have $500 instead of just $5. Suddenly that $1 doesn't seem as big of a cost. I don't think the purpose here is to cost poor people more and rich people less. I believe the purpose of this is to be a metaphorical action to present a metaphysical truth. Let me explain. Hey Reagan, can I borrow some of your toys real quickly? All right. Sorry, baby. All right, let's get some figures here. Okay. Again, Ollie? Really, dude? I just want to talk about Jesus and eat a sandwich. So we have two people. We'll have Princess Anna and her princess friends. And then we'll have Mario and his dinosaur friend Rex, a space friend, and a big space friend Buzz. Let's say Anna is our metaphorical rich person, and Mario is our metaphorical poor person. The price for these two to come to Christ is the same. It's a free gift. The price for atonement is Christ's sacrifice on the cross and resurrection. It's the exact same for both. The only thing they have to do is put their faith in him. Their half shekel. But Anna here is spiritually rich and Mario spiritually poor. What do I mean by that? Anna's friends and family, the princesses and the tiger here, are all fellow believers. She puts her faith in him, she becomes a Christian, and the only thing it really costs her is maybe some lifestyle choices. She doesn't do the things she used to do, but her friends and family still accept her, still love her, and she's still part of their crowd. Doesn't lose much. Mario, on the other hand, spiritually poor, meaning not only are his friends and family here are not Christians, they hate Christians. They hate God. So by Mario putting his faith in Christ, he loses friends, loses family, they abandon him. The price is the same for them, faith in Christ, but the cost for Anna, very little. She doesn't lose much. Maybe a few opportunities here and there, and maybe she doesn't get to do what she used to do. Not that that's much of a loss for her. But Mario lost his friends, lost his family. His boss fires him because he now won't do some of the things that his job requires him to do because it goes against his faith. It costs him a lot. I think that's what Exodus is talking about. Yes, it's about we're all equal under God, and that's first and foremost. It's the same price for all of us, but there's also that metaphysical truth that the cost is different. We see Paul talk about this in 2 Corinthians. In 2 Corinthians chapter 12, Yeah, chapter 12. Paul's talking about a thorn in his side. We don't know what the thorn in his side is. All we know is it's something that he struggles with. It could be a sin. It could be a literal physical ailment. It's something that he has trouble with, and he's asking God to take it away from him because it's making life hard. It's costing him a lot. When praying to God for him to take this away, Paul says, but he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore I will boast all the more gladly of my weaknesses, so that the power of Christ may rest upon me. Why am I talking about this? Why is this interesting to me? So I find it interesting, even though there is equality under God, there's not always equity. But where there's not equity, God's grace and strength abounds in us, for us. So even though the cost for following Christ may be different for each of us, we know that God's grace is sufficient no matter what. And that's sandwich time with Jesus. All right, buddy. Jack really wants to go to Oma and Opa's. Drop my daughter off there. I gotta take him to the doctor now. No.
Ready to go to the doctor? See? Ready to go to the doctor, Dada?
No. Ah.
What about that one over there?
Mm.
And that? You say hi, Mr. Sun.
Hi, Mrs. Sun.
Yeah. You're actually going to get your ear infection medicine.
No, my car.
Now we're gonna go in the blue car. Where's the blue car?
I'm going out.
Love you, buddy. Alright. I'm back at Target for the second time today. Thank you.
What's
Here,
it?
go, buddy. Hold on to that.
So you can see, little dude is feeling a little better now that we got some meds in him. It's been a day, hasn't it, Jack? Say, it's been a day. Say, it's been a day.
It's my day.
Yeah.